Good morning, everybody. This is Jeff Hilaire, entrepreneur, businessman, motivational speaker, minister of the gospel. I want to share something with everybody today that will change your life if you trade in the Forex market. I don't know about the stock market, and I don't know about um, other currency pairs. I have two pairs that the Lord has led me to that I focus on, and I've been looking at them for a while. So the first one is this one, as you see, the Australian dollar over the US dollar. And the second one is a sterling pound over the Australian dollar. And these are the two pairs that I focus on. And now I have a trading strategy that will literally blow your mind. Um, and it's very simple. If you've ever been interested in trading in the Forex market, this is a way for you to just get in without having any knowledge at all on charts and graphs and everything. This is something that anybody can do today and literally start making money. Anybody, I mean anybody, can start making money with this strategy. Okay, let me go on. This is the sterling Australian dollar that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to go to the day chart. And as you see right here from September the 9th, something happened in the market all the way up until, I would say, September the 30th, October the 1st, to where it went up about 1.7394 all the way to 1.8675. So it made a huge increase. But don't get too caught up on the numbers. I'm going to break it down in the simple form in just a second. So let me go over here to the Australian dollar. The Australian dollar at the exact same day, which was September the 9th, was at 0.9369, and all the way up until the same date, September the 30th, October the 1st, it went down. So as you can see between these two pairs, one increased greatly and the other plummeted. Now, I don't know why these currencies do this. To keep it short, for those of you who do not know about Forex trading, it's just buying and selling one nation's currency, buying one nation's currency and selling it for a profit. That is what you're doing. You're trading Forex. Trading, period, is just buying a product and selling it. You know, whatever the commodity is, it's just buying and selling. Another word for that is trading. And so currencies, Forex is just buying and selling one nation's currencies. When you're in the stock market, you're buying and selling shares in a company. But when you're in the Forex, it's like you're buying and selling shares of a country. So that's why it's a bigger market, because of the market is worldwide, because it involves different countries versus just being the United States, the New York Stock Exchange. So there's more opportunity for everyone to make money in this business. But it's very risky because most people that do this business, they gamble. They just try to guess on what the market is gonna do, studying charts, and I just realized all that is such a waste of time to try to study the charts and to try to look at past performance, and you can't predict the future. Only God knows what the future is. You cannot predict the future. It is very risky at all to be in a business to where your success depends on um, your ability to guess. That is gambling. The way trading was meant to be was not meant to be gambling. And when God first revealed this business to me, I really didn't want to do it because I thought it was going to be, like gambling. I just didn't think I can do it. But then he began to give me divine revelations, like what I'm showing you right now with the Australian dollar and the sterling, and how they're opposite of one another. Now, I don't study the charts. I don't watch the news. I don't do none of that kind of stuff because I believe God is showing me how to trade um, without all this other stuff. He's revealing things to me like I'm showing you right now. And when I first got this revelation, I said it was pretty cool, but I did not know what to do with this information. So it took me a while before I can even act on it because it's like, okay, you know, one goes down, goes up, and and this is the day chart we're looking at, but I can even go to the 5-second chart, and you can see from the 5-second chart. If you remember, try to remember the best you can this figure right here, because as I go to the sterling, it's opposite. You can, for example, you can take this last little angle and how it looks like kind of like a L, and when I go to the Australian dollar, it's the exact opposite. So what that shows you is that these two currencies, they're exact opposite. You know, they're twin brothers. One goes left, the other goes right. One goes up, the other goes down. So I knew this information, but I still did not know what to do with this information until after Thanksgiving Day is when God revealed to me the idea to where anybody can do it. Anybody can begin trading. Anybody can start making money right now. There's no other business in the world where um you can make money as quickly as a Forex, I believe. Um it is a skill. You do have to have instinct. This now what I'm about to show you does not is not a guaranteed success, but it's just a platform. And if you work this idea, it definitely will make you become great in trading. Trading is like playing basketball. Being a professional trader, you cannot become successful by just studying charts and, you know, graphs and all this other stuff. You have to be in the game. You know, you get better off of every trade, just like Jordan got better off of every shot, every game that he played. You know, practice makes perfect. You have to be in the market trading. Now, when I say trading, I'm not just saying trading like just buying right now and selling, like just pressing buttons. I'm not talking about that. I'm going to show you how to trade right now. So we know one currency goes up and we know the other goes down. So right now I'm going to go and I'm going to put half of my money. Well, this is fake money. We're playing with $100,000. I just resetted it. I'm going to put half in the Australian dollar. Well, I'm going to put as close as I can to half. So right now I'm at a pip for the Australian dollar. And I'm going to use the other half for the sterling. Okay, it rejected it. I don't know why, but it did. Gotta hurry up and get in the market, because the only way this works is if you're in both sides. Because God gave me the idea and He showed me, if you have $1,000 and you have both invested in each side of the market, if you have 500 in the Australian dollar, you have another 500 in the sterling, and you were able to make a $500 profit on the Australian dollar, but at the same time you make a $500 loss on the sterling, the worst case scenario is that you would break even at that point. You know, you would not have a profit. But then He gave me a revelation that if you trade diligently, every time you see a profit, you can't predict the market, but you do know one side is going to go up. As you see right here, the profit they're both at a loss. The first one is the Australian dollar, it's at a loss for $260. The second is the sterling, and it's at a loss for $229. But as you're going to see within the next few minutes, one is going to be in profit and the other is going to go further into negative. And the only thing that I have to focus on is trading the one that is in profit. Don't worry about the one that is in negative, because the market, it moves in trends. You know, whatever goes up must come down. Worst case scenario, if it was I'm trading with no stop loss. If it was to kick you out of the market, the worst case scenario that would happen will be that you would lose. But whatever you lost on one side, you're going to gain on the other. So the worst case scenario with this trading strategy, you should break even. As you see, the sterling looks like it's about to be in profit first. So we're going to trade that. Right now it's unrealized is negative 452. It was negative 2,000 before, but just now I reset the account to $100,000, so that way I can show you how this works. So right now we're waiting on the sterling to go up, and when the sterling gets in profit, I'm gonna just snatch it, and I'm gonna go right back in the market. It's negative $86 right now. And all you have to do is every time one side is in profit, you just snatch the profit. So that is developing your skill for trading, because trading is buying and selling. So I bought the sterling and I'm about to sell the sterling right now in a few seconds. I'm about to sell it and I'm about to be back in the market. So what I'm developing is my skill and my instinct to buy and sell. Now that is the ability to trade. I'm not studying charts. I'm not doing all this other stuff that's confusing. I believe that all this stuff is created just to discourage people from thinking that they can do this business. All these different buttons and all these different gadgets, they have no meaning. All you need to know is when to buy and when to sell. And if you do this continuously throughout the day when the market is busy, you will be able to prosper. You will be successful. So right now we're just waiting on one side to get in profit so I can show you how this strategy works. Now, this is the greatest strategy. This is a divine revelation right here. There's not enough genius in this world to do something like this. Like nobody. This is not my idea. This was revealed to me, and I know it's my job to give this strategy back. To give it away, because as you give, it's going to be given unto you. And this is the first seed that I've received, and I'm just trying to give it back, and hopefully it can help somebody out with their trading business on how to actually trade and get better at trading. If you were a basketball player, you would not, try to expect to have success just from watching games or studying how people dribble or studying how people shoot. It isn't until you get into the game and you begin to shoot and you begin to play is when you would become better. And it's the same thing with trading. It's not until you get in the market and you make trades. Like right now, it's at $6 profit, but it isn't until I make trades that I will be successful, and it's back down. So it's not until you make trades, it's not until you make it happen, is when you'll be successful. You have to trade. You got to stay trading. It's tedious, but if you love what you do, you can definitely make it. You can definitely make it in this business. If you're diligent and you take this strategy and you continue to trade, then you definitely can become successful, because the numbers don't lie. You guys are watching it for yourself. It started off at negative 500 now, negative 119 over here, $49 here, 79. I'm at $70 here. Now I'm $20 profit on the Australian dollar. So I close that out, and then I'm gonna get back in. I'm back in on the I'm back in the market. Now I'm waiting on the sterling to get in the profit. But it might not be the sterling. It might be the Australian dollar that hops back into profit. I don't know. But whatever side gets into profit, I'm going to snatch that profit up real quick. Waste no time with it. Even if it is only $20 and $30, because it's like a business. If you had a restaurant and somebody came into your restaurant and they said, "Hey, make me a $5 meal," you're not gonna turn them away because they didn't come in with $100. You're still gonna service them because you realize that all that money adds up at the end of the day, whether how small it is or how big it is. And it's the same thing with trading. Whenever you see a profit, you just snatch it. Waste no time with it. Just grab it. The same thing with the trading. You see, I'm negative $130 on the Australian dollar. I'm negative 180 on the sterling. So I believe the sterling is about to be in profit first, and when the sterling gets in a profit, I'm definitely gonna close out on that and take whatever profit and get back in the market. This is the sterling that we're looking at right now. It's at negative 1 pip or $93 a pip. So I mean, it can go up 10, 20 pips, and you can make whatever. If your pips are $93, and that's $930, 10 pips. 100 pips, that's almost $10,000, and that can happen in a matter of a day, or in a matter of hours, or it just depends on what's going on in the market. The Forex is based on it's a foreign exchange market, and you have different companies globally exchanging their currencies because they have different businesses internationally. So it just depends. You really just don't know. Right now, I can snatch this. Okay, I'm gonna snatch that 62, and I'm gonna get back in on the sterling because I don't know if it's gonna keep going up or is it gonna turn around and go down. But I know if I keep on snatching profits, I'm in there. I'm doing good as long as I'm making money, right? I don't even know what that was. That was a $62 profit. Okay. This is how you trade. This is how you do business. This is how you trade. This is what you do when you have people invest in your business. This is how you make trades. This is a strategy. This is something divine. Anybody can do. You just have to put in the work. This is how you trade. Let me get in this Australian dollar because I believe it looks like the Australian dollar is going to give me profit first. Now this is how you trade. All that studying the charts. If you was a basketball player, if you was a singer, if you was an actor, you would not study the charts. You would have an idea and you would continue to develop that idea. My idea is a trading strategy, which it works. I'm showing you it works. It makes sense. If you lose $500 and you gain 500 at the same time, worst case scenario, you will break even. You have an idea and you develop that idea diligently, and that's where the success comes from. It's not an overnight get rich quick scheme, but it's something that if you put in the work, it will pay you, and it is worth the risk. As you can see, I have the Australian dollar at negative 1 pip, about $50 a pip, and the sterling on the other side is I'm negative $254, and I can do this all day because, like I said before, if the Australia is going up, then I'm buying the Australia. If the sterling is going up, which it looks like it is, then I'm back to the sterling. But I'm always making money because I'm buying both sides of the trade. They're both negative 2 pips right now, with negative 3 on one, negative 1 on the sterling. The sterling look like it's going to get me back in a profit. When it does, I snatch that profit. And while the market, and you just grab the busy hour of the market, to where there's a lot of action happening, and all you have to do is just keep on collecting money while the action is happening. And you're gonna get better trading. Like right now, this is $31, and sometimes you might not catch it and you might miss it. Like right now, I'm gonna grab that 31 because I don't know if it's gonna go back down or not. Just grab it and get back in the market. See, it did go back down. So you're not always gonna be right, but at the end of the day, you're gonna get better. The more that you do this, the more that you try this strategy, the better you'll get at it. So See, a good thing I did grab that $30. It's just that sometimes you can't. Don't look at the numbers. Just think about it. If it was a restaurant or if you had an ice cream shop, you would be accepting little profits. It wouldn't always be the hundred, $1,000, or $2,000, but the little dollars they add up. For example, we already made so far. It looks like it didn't let me get in that trade when I needed to. But you guys seen it was in $30 profit. So we already made almost $100 so far. It's all about your timing has to be right. Your timing has to be very right. It looks like this sterling is about to cash me out now. And if you make a mistake like I just did to where I was a little bit too slow, that's no problem. You just keep going, just keep on, just stay in the game, you know. Because the better and the quicker and quicker you are in your instincts, the more successful you'll be. It's 24. I could have snatched real quick. This is scalp trading. $18. Looks like it's about to turn around. So it might not. It might keep going up. But you never know. So it's one of those things to where you'll get better the more and more that you practice. But it definitely is a it's something to where it's a lot of potential. It's a seed. It's an idea. It's a thought that was given to me, and it's a lot of potential to be successful in it if you're diligent in it. You know, you have to be diligent in trading. Yeah, that was 18. Yeah. Some people might not want to trade the 5-second chart. They might want to do the strategy with the 1-second chart. You might want to do the strategy with the 1 hour chart or the 15-minute chart. It's up to you. The strategy, you can do it with the 1 day chart. But it's a sound strategy that you can use when you're trading. The 5-second might be too much. You might want to try it on a 1-minute chart. But it's a sound strategy that I would advise people to use. Uh, right now, I'm just trying to get you guys to just see how easy it is to trade. That's why I'm making so many trades. But like I said earlier, you can do this on the 1 minute chart. You can do it on a 15-minute chart, or you can do it on the 1 hour chart. $8 should have been 111, but I didn't grab it quick enough. Yes, anybody can take this idea right now and try it for yourself and just develop your skill in trading. Develop it. These countries have been doing this for a long time. What's this say? October the 16th, 2000 and October the 22nd, 2013, all the way up to January the 9th. Let me go look at the Australian dollar. It was October the 16th or something. October 22nd, okay. So you see at the same time it was falling down. So this didn't just start happening. I don't know why these countries do this with one another, but I just got the revelation of it recently, probably about a couple months ago. But the idea to trade this way did not just come to after Thanksgiving. Today's the second. Thanksgiving was, I believe, last week. When you seek the kingdom of God, you're seeking God's way of doing things. Seeking the kingdom of God and his righteousness. There's a godly way to trade. There's what we've been doing on Wall Street, which we don't even know what we're doing. And we're happy the times that it works. And then there's a way of doing it, that is the right way. And I really believe this is the right way to trade, because it eliminates most of the risk. There's still risk, but it's a solid foundation that you have when you have half of your trade into two currency pairs that are opposite in what they do. It's a solid foundation, and all you have to look for is the opportunities to make a profit and continue to make profits as you see them in the market. You're buying and selling, just buying and selling, buying and selling. I believe this is a solid foundation to trade, because if I take your 100 grand and I say, okay, the Australian dollar has been down Starting, let me go to the 1 hour chart. Let me go to the 1 day chart. And I tell you, okay, starting September the 8th, Australian dollar plummeted all the way until today. And I believe it's bottomed out right now, and I believe it's going to turn around. You might say, yeah, you're right. But I don't know the future. How do I know it's hit the bottom? I don't know, what's going on in Australia. So even though we know what goes down must come up and what goes up must go down, it's still a risk. It's a very big risk to take in a market like the Forex, to where you can't even, it's not tangible as real estate. So with a strong strategy like this, with a solid strategy, a foundation like the one I've shown you, it eliminates most of the risk for you, because even if I was wrong about the Australian dollar going down, let's say I thought it was going to go down, let's say I thought it was going to go up, let's say I had my money invested in the Australian dollar September the 8th because I believed it was going to go up, but then it went down. If I had half of my money in each trade, even though I wasn't right with the Australian dollar, I would still be right with the sterling. So whatever I lost on the Australia, I would have gained with the sterling. So it eliminates the risk. It definitely eliminates a lot of risk for anyone who's trading. It definitely eliminates the risk for them. So I think this is a solid foundation that people can use on Wall Street that'll um, help them with their trading. So you guys, you get the basis of it, and I hope you use it and become successful, and I'll see you on the next video.